There we go. Now it's running. So, as always, issues with OBS. So apparently, if you are on OBS, you have to hit. If you're going to be multi-streaming, you have to go to. Let me switch over to it. If you're on OBS and you're going multi-streaming live, you're going to have to go to profile. Nope, that's not it. Docs. Multiple output, which you have to download from OBS. Just download OBS or search OBS multiple output. Download that. In your streaming, go to settings. As far as on your main dashboard, go to settings to set up your primary stream. So stream number one, in this case, it's Twitch. Simply because my secondary one, YouTube, I'm more familiar with how to find and upload settings from YouTube over to OBS. I'm not as familiar with how to do that between Twitch and OBS, like manually. So I just do like the default, like primary to Twitch, and then the secondary manual to YouTube. But anyways, when you do that on multi-stream, then it gives you this little dock on the side. And this part down here where it says YouTube, stop, modify, and all that kind of stuff is not there when you first, begin, so to speak, for the first time. It's just this stuff on the top. So you got to go to add new target. And then under add new target is where you'd put your stream key and your stream destination for YouTube, which you can get, especially it's easy on your browser. Just go to your studio and then your stream live studio, basically. And then, or you just basically hit create new and then create live. And it'll take you essentially to this screen here. But you would go to, just looking at something else real quick. But this is your live dashboard, basically, for YouTube. And then you would go to, in this area here, we'll show you like your stream key and then your stream destination. Essentially, you copy that and then take it over to OBS. So OBS is, in my opinion, basically the most powerful streaming system. It's like lightweight for your computer, but it has a lot of features and it's free. So just go to search OBS for Windows or Mac or whatever you got. Obviously it's, it can be used on both. This is on Mac, but I've actually used it on Windows recently, a couple of months ago. So it works just as good on both. But anyway, quick recap. Basically, to multi-stream on OBS, you have to download the multi-stream software. Just search OBS multi-stream and download that, load it, all that kind of stuff. Do your main stream under settings, which in this case is Twitch. I did Twitch because it's too complicated to download all the settings off of Twitch to get into OBS. I'm just not familiar with it. So I make it as my primary and just do like the default. So that's easier that way. And then the multi-stream, it gives you this little tab window up here. Just hit new target and then put in your stream key and your stream destination from your YouTube live studio area. And then it's ready to rock and roll. And then you just have to hit the start. But the issue, if you're just tuning in on the YouTube side, the issue I was having was that basically if you go to modify, if you look right here in this area, it helps to have sync start with OBS and sync stop with the OBS, because that lets YouTube know that when OBS begins, then YouTube should start rolling. In the case that I had 20 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago was I hit basically go on OBS to begin. I hit this start right here, or this button right here, which said start. and I did not have these checked on. So OBS was rolling, it was streaming, but on YouTube, YouTube didn't get the heads up that it should start feeding that live. So, it didn't go through. So now I got to do the whole intro again, the whole discussion again, as far as what we're doing today. Because I just spent 15 minutes thinking that I'm talking to YouTube live, not realizing that OBS wasn't pushing to YouTube. And then more accurately, it was pushing to YouTube, but YouTube was zombie mode and wasn't uploading what I was putting. So new thing number 1, my hat's forward. That's different. Trying to decide if I'm just going to do that from now on. Usually I do the hat backward thing, but honestly it looks better with it forward. The only problem is you can't see my eyes. But do you need to see my eyes? I don't know. So anyways, basically what we're doing today on this live stream is like a weird mishmash hybrid setup of like LiveStream Hangout on top of actually like recording and uploading an actual video I'm going to be doing. I scripted out. I will say that real quick that I hardly ever script anything out, but that's probably something I'm going to be changing as well. I actually scripted out my next upload because one of the things that I learned is that you can't just ramble forever. Rambling has its place, but you can't always ramble. Sometimes you got to have a point, and you got to get to it off the jump. So I actually scripted this one out, and this might be something that I might be doing more often. So we're going to be recording that live, which is cool and weird, different. We'll see how it goes. It may be a normal thing we do from now on is just do the Hangout like we're doing now, live stream, simultaneously laying down the track, so to speak, or the lines for the actual upload that will be a completely separate topic from what we're talking about in the live. So maybe we'll do that. So I did want to spend the first, I don't know, 5 couple of minutes, 10 minutes, just chilling and vibing with you guys in case there's anything that you guys want to talk about before I get into actual laying down lives. Real quick. That is up. OBS is up. Let me switch over to, I guess, the main cam. So, real quick. First of all, if you're in, there's that, yay. Twitch is hanging out. If you're on either platform, whether it be Twitch or YouTube, send a little text or chat or whatever. Let me know that you're here. And then I will proceed. Let's go to OBS. Of course, it wouldn't be a small creator Unfiltered Live without Studio popping in. Oh, that's my other account. Close that real quick. Switch to Studio. I do feel like Studio is going to be putting something up here pretty soon. I've been talking to him. It's me. I'm Studio. But Studio, we usually focus on the professional side, building actual YouTube videos and studios. Haven't done anything in about 3 weeks, but I feel like we're going to get back into it real shortly. I'm just putting in comments at Studio because that's what I do. So one thing to mention, if you are on OBS, which I obviously think you should be, but if you do use OBS and you do multi-stream, then the thing to note is that they provide a chat screen for you to show you what's happening in your chat on the OBS side, but it only comes up for the mainstream. So in this case, Twitch. So if you're multi-streaming, you can go to Facebook Live too. But if you're doing this one with Twitch and YouTube, it's going to show me the Twitch chat, but it's not going to show me the YouTube chat. So if you plan on doing that, you should have like a window open on your YouTube Live Studio, or a window open like on your phone or something like that, so you can actually see your chats. Otherwise, you're only going to get chat from your main stream, which in this case is Twitch. So there's that. All right, cool. So again, this is just a hangout for a second. What we're doing is we're going to do an actual recording, laying down some lines for the next video upload. Can't talk. The next video upload I'm going to be doing for Unfiltered, and it's going to be a weird mishmash between live stream and actual recording of a video. But if at any point in time you guys have something retarded you wanted to say, don't say it. Just kidding. Go ahead and say it. I don't care. Put it in the comments. Even if I'm like actively laying down a line, I can always record it again, and I have no problem talking to you or responding to the comment, because like I said, that's what video editors are for. I will cut it out and then redo it. All right. Now I got to hop over to my script. So y'all don't laugh at me, y'all. I'm actually going to be doing a recording, and don't laugh. But you guys will be the first ones to get the message. So here we go. It's called What I Learned from the 5 Dead Videos and 1 Successful One. Let's see. This is how real recording goes. You got bullet points or a script. You got to read it. Got to memorize it. And then you look to the camera, and then you act it out dynamically. Okay. All right. In the last week, I put up 5 videos on 2 channels. The first 5 died after 10 views, and the last one picked up over 100 views in the first 24 hours. And it's still climbing. So obviously I know I'm reading off the script, so I can't actually present that way. But sometimes I got to run it a couple times through until I get it memorized in my head, and then I can deliver it. And the other thing too is usually saying it 5 or 6 times helps you deliver it a little bit better by the 5th or 6th time. But here we go. In the last week, I put up 6 videos on 2 channels. The first 5 died after 10 views, and the last one picked up over 100 views in the first 24 hours. And it's still climbing. Today, I'm going to cover what went wrong and how I knew the first one. Today, I'm going to cover went wrong. Whatever. Today, I'm going to cover I got to take these out because I can't. It's echoing in my ear. Today, I'm going to cover what went wrong and how I knew. Okay. Today, I'm going to cover what went wrong and how I knew the last one would take off before I even made it. Try again. Today, I'm going to cover what went wrong and how I knew the last one would take off even before I made it. On this channel, I'm documenting the pitfalls in being a new creator. Wait, that's not right. On this channel, I'm documenting the pitfalls of being a new creator, making mistakes, and giving you the lessons. On this channel, I'm documenting the pitfalls of being a new creator, making mistakes, and giving you the lessons I learned along the way. Hit the subscribe button so you don't have to make the same mistakes I did, and you can learn from me. That sounds stupid. Scratch that. You got to make sure you hit put a call to action in there in the first 15 seconds. So while they're still in the hook, then, you know, that's where you have most of your people, you know, still watching your video. So it helps if you can squeeze in a good call to action, like right in the opening or the intro, then that helps, you know, get the most people, most eyes on your call to action, like subscribe or whatever. All right, so let's keep rolling. Hit the subscribe button so you don't have to make your own mistakes. You can learn from mine. Now, 1 week ago, I decided to dive into live streaming. To get monetized, you'll need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Pulling 1,000 subscribers is easy enough after a few tricks, but the 4,000 hours of watch time, that's the hard part. But with live streaming, you can clock double the watch time. First, when people watch the live, and when you get OBS, that's not right, I skipped a line. First, when people watch the live, and then when you get replays after uploading. So I loaded up the OBS software and hit stream. My videos were random, free form from the heart, but no direction. Just screen time and a hope that somebody might be curious enough to check out the live stream. So in case you're watching right now, this is obviously not the polished delivery. This is like reading of the script, and the ultimate delivery is going to be practiced a couple times and you know, said differently. But just FYI, the words will be the same. It's just going to be a little bit more flowy. And of course, there's going to be editing, which is something I don't usually do on Unfiltered. I don't usually do a lot of editing stuff, but I think it's about time. As the idea of like, it's about time to grow up. I had fun doing the Unfiltered, like just spitting words and free flowing, but I guess it's time to actually make some legit content. So I'm gonna start scripting and actually doing some editing and stuff. It's not gonna say that I'm not gonna, like, you know, actually still come from the heart, so to speak, but it's gonna be a little bit more intentional. All right, let's continue. Let's see. So that was mistake number 1, turning on the camera with no plan and hoping things would just work out. Without a plan in place, wait, no, that's not right. Without a plan, I'm wasting people's time and providing no clear value, which means no watch time, no views. The second mistake that I made lies in the packaging. Again, with no clear topic, I had to rely on generic live stream titles such as Unfiltered Live Stream or Just Hanging Out. While these may work for channels who have a massive dedicated audience, they don't work for smaller channels who struggle to get the attention of their own subscribers, much less anybody new. So, even without a plan, I could have chosen more engaging thumbnails and titles like, "This live stream is so off topic, it may tank my channel," which is actually true. Or something like that. Just remember to avoid clickbait. We want people to hang out, not click, get pissed off, and leave. So, no clear point on the video, generic title and thumbnail. What about the one thing that popped off even before I knew it was uploaded? Or what about the one video that popped off even before it was uploaded? On a second channel that I'm building with another creator, I looked for something that had thousands of views already and had an emotional charge behind it. Emotions get clicks. We made a reaction video of a friend reacting to an emotionally charged race-based song. The video format is easy to produce, and the topic is hard not to click on. At the time of this recording, the video has 124 views in 24 hours. The views chart is on the uptrend, and the video has accumulated 15 hours of watch time, which is not bad for 100 views. My takeaway this week is live streaming is good when it has a topic or message tied to it, but it shouldn't be used just to waste the viewer's time. And number 2, emotions get clicks, so every decision from idea to title to thumbnail, even editing style, should be driven by creating a strong emotion. Let's keep grinding. Hit the like button if this is helpful. I'll see you guys on the next video for Small Creator Unfiltered. So there you have it. that's the video. My intention was to actually record it. Now that I'm thinking about it, as far as like on this live stream, and now that I'm thinking about it, there's like no way that's going to work, because usually when I record these scripted videos, I have to say them 5 or 6 times, and that's just torture for you guys. So I'm not going to do that to you. But you did hear the message for the first time, which is, again, um, that is the lesson. It's an honest lesson. It's a true lesson that I've learned this week. I came into this week wanting to test the system and see how it works. I came into it with wanting to do basically a live stream every night over the whole week, essentially from, I guess, last Monday through through I guess even including today. We missed yesterday because me and Just Bush Gaming were creating our new channel, which is called it's called Pure Unfiltered Chaos. So we picked a name, which is another good point for you guys if you're going to create a YouTube channel. When you're thinking about your name, try to find something that's obviously not had that name before, but more than that, actually go to the YouTube search, put in whatever you're thinking about as a name, and then hit search for channel names with that, and look for how many have something similar or the exact same one. Because if you, for example, put in like, you know, money time or something like that. If you put in money time and you want that to be your channel name, then put that into search and then search for channel names with money time and see how many people have money time as a title or as a channel name. Because YouTube doesn't care if you have the same title or channel name as somebody else, which is, I guess, kind of good, kind of bad. But what it means is that you may think that you have a really good idea for a title or a channel name, but it turns out that 15 other people thought that was a good name too. So you got to find a name that other people don't have, search it that way, and then make sure you don't have any competition for that name. Super good advice number 2. And if you're on the live stream, then you're lucky, because now I might do a video on this a little bit later, or I might not. So if you're on the live stream, you're one of the few people that will actually get this. This is actually a really good topic or a point that you can take home. And that is that whenever you're making a title, or excuse me, I keep saying title, when you are thinking of a name for your channel, then create a Google account with the email address of that name. And I don't know how common sense that is or not, but it makes an enormous difference in how you are found. Because let's just say your name is, Jack Black or whatever. And so you have an email, like a personal email address that says jackblack72@gmail. And you decide you want to make a YouTube channel. And so step 1, you could just take your Google account and then just go to YouTube. And YouTube basically kind of presets your Google account / YouTube account with the option to basically just begin recording. So literally anybody with a Google account can be a YouTuber. But you don't want to do that, because let's hypothetically say that you go to YouTube and you're like, I want to be a creator. I got this great idea. I got some cool cameras. Hit record. I'm going to upload something. Well, if you are jackblack72@gmail.com and then you record something and you decide your channel name wants to be like most epic videos of people jumping off mountains, and that's your channel name, which is fine. It's cool. At least you're tied into a specific niche. But let's say that's it, and you hit upload. What's going to happen is most epic channel of people jumping off mountains, right? Someone hears about your channel, or they want to know about people jumping off the mountains. They go to search people jumping off mountains, or they type in your channel name. Guess what? It's not going to show up, because channel name search primarily, at least, especially at the beginning, like when I say at the beginning, I mean like the first 30 to 90 days, is based off of your email channel search. So, and I've done this 5 times, I know. But basically, you want to create a brand new Gmail account with the title or the name of whatever your channel is. And if that like name or title or channel name is already taken as far as Gmail, .com, let's think of another one. If you want to make one of like Pro Fitness Studio or something, and so you type in Pro Fitness Studio at Gmail to see if that's already taken, and it says name's already been taken. Put Pro Fitness Studio YT for YouTube, or YT Pro Fitness Studio. I probably wouldn't even do that. I'd probably put Pro Fitness Studio YouTube, like the actual YouTube, or YT or something like that. Because if you use that and then start uploading on that, literally from like day one or day two, especially if there's no one anywhere near that name as a channel name, when like literally from day one, which is crazy, from day one or day two, when someone searches Pro Fitness Studio, your channel name pops up on top because it's tied to your email address. That's what they search, not your channel name. They literally, for the first 30 to 90 days, they search like your email address name. So if you put Pro Fitness Studio, then you'll pop up right up on the top. So insider tip, I may do a video about that later, but because you're on the live stream, you got the insider tip. Again, for someone who just popped in, I just saw you pop in, and I think on the Twitch list real quick. I'll just recap it super quick, just so y'all get the benefit of hearing it. But if you are going to, I'll make it super quick for you guys who've already heard it. If you're going to make a channel name, then use your email address, or use an email address specifically built with that channel name in it to be able to be found by search. And if you do that, then you'll show up in the first 24 to 48 hours. Otherwise, if you use a different random name, then it may take you 30 days to get recognized by YouTube if someone searches your channel name. So you can get found literally the next day. And just for a moment, real quick, let me see what OBS is looking. Are you guys looking at my screen? Okay, so you see my live stream, YouTube live stream. That's like looking up a girl's skirt. Y'all see what I'm doing. But let me go ahead and show you real quick. Just as an example, why is this important, what I'm about to show you? This is an example of us starting a brand new channel. So if you're a YouTube creator or aspiring YouTube creator, then, and no one's on Twitch, so screw you guys on Twitch, YouTube. So if you're an aspiring YouTube creator, then first of all, subscribe to this channel. But number two, we're going to take a look at a video channel that we just literally created yesterday. And the results of it are pretty impressive. So let's hop over to that. View your channel. Nope, that's not what I want. Switch account. So in case you guys are wondering, these are the channels that I manage. The VA Buddy was just a one-off idea. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, the VA Buddy was a one-off idea because I am VA, whatever. I'm a VA person. Like, I have VA. So I literally made, I think, like 2 videos on it and then ditched it. So that's nothing. Oh, by the way, now you guys get to see all my emails. So if you want my personal email addresses, then I guess there you go. That's another benefit of being on the live. You get to see my personal stuff. That is my email. And that's our other email. Don't hack my stuff. But yeah, that's Video Buddy. Scene Bender was another experimental thing where we just made like some, go check it out. You'll see what it is. It's not bad. But I only messed around with it for maybe 6 months. Did a couple uploads. It's pretty good though. Go check it out. And then Submission Script was the one where we do UFC and MMA stuff. That'll probably get kicked back off. I'm negotiating with my son. That's my son right there. But you guys probably can't see it because my stupid face is in the way. But that's my son right there. That's our UFC submit. God dang it. That's our UFC and MMA channel. And then I'm just going to zoom out. Screw it. Sorry. Let me move on OBS. Thanks for chilling with me. Let me move that over so you guys can see. All right, cool. Now I can zoom in and you can actually see some. So Pure Unfiltered Chaos, we started yesterday. Got 27 subs. This is the one we're going to be taking a look at. Why did you? Okay. In case you didn't know, this guy's live. That one. If you are new to YouTube creatorship or inspiring creator, this is how you do this. This is your little icon on the top right. Notifications, obviously. And then this is a lot of times how you would actually create. You'd hit the create button and you can upload a video that you've edited or you can go live. But that's how you do that. But we're going to click on the icon and then we're going to go to view your channel, which I think you can actually do on the left side of the screen too. So I would say if you're making a brand new channel, which we made this one yesterday, if you're making a brand new channel, first thing you need to do is to think of a name. And then next is to create an icon for your channel, which is this little circle thing here. And then let me move that over. Oh, I'm off. Cut my face off. Go back. All right. Little circle thing there is your icon. So here's a tip on the icon. I did not design this. I did not pay for someone to design it. This is called AI. So nowadays, pretty much every AI system, even the free ones, will design stuff like that for you. I think that one was designed by Grok from X, but it might have been Gemini. I can't remember. But basically, you just tell them the vibe of what you're trying to shoot for, and it'll create you an icon. So super easy. So you need to get yourself an icon, get yourself a name, and then get yourself a banner up on the top. And then you want to have the banner so that you have the meat of it in the dead center, but also interesting stuff happening around the outside, because the way it works on YouTube is on mobile, it's just going to show the very center portion of your banner. And then on laptop, it'll show a slightly bigger section of your banner. And then on TV, it shows the entire banner. So, but again, this was created from a couple of iterations from Grok, basically telling it, do better, try again. And so what it is with this channel is it's me and my buddy, Just Bush Gaming. Go check him out. But Just Bush Gaming, he and I decided to make a reaction channel because it's super easy. You just put a video of something happening at the bottom of your screen and then react to it. And this is one of those crazy things that I don't understand about YouTube and people in general, is why people are so hyped up about reaction videos when it's literally just someone, watching another video. It's the whole thing about like kids watching other people play toys. You're watching other people have an experience. But at the end of the day, as long as it gets views and clicks, that's the point. That's all that matters. If they want to watch me watching something else, then that's what I make, I guess. So get yourself a banner. And the reason why I'd mentioned that was because when I designed this banner, you'll see this guy here, this guy here. This is supposed to be me with my weird looking beret looking hat, apparently. And then this is my buddy Just Bush Gaming with his glasses. And funny side note, I don't know if it was programmed that way, but Grok had the hardest time creating a black guy, a black cartoon, which no racism intended, but it's just the fact that it couldn't do it. I literally had to tell Grok like 5 times, like, are you serious? You can't make a black guy cartoon? Because it kept making a white guy, even though I told it not to. But finally it figured it out, and it made it right. So it may take a couple of iterations when it comes to making images, but these AI, this is another conversation for another live stream, but these AIs are super smart. You can talk to them just like regular people, and the way they think is, and I've logged over 300 hours messing with AI conversation bots, but the way these things work, the way these things think is they literally think like humans do. Their infrastructure is built off of the human mind processes. So imagine a computer that was designed to act just like a brain, like literally in the mechanics and the neurons and how they fire and all that kind of stuff. That is literally the computer version of the brain that they put into these AIs. Now, obviously, it's not like something that they design 3D and then plug into something. It is based on a bunch of servers and computers and stuff. But as far as the pathways and the neural firings together, they intentionally designed it to mimic how the human brain works. So, that being the case, when you are talking to an AI, you're literally talking to someone that thinks just like a human, literally, just thinks like a human does. Now, how smart it is and the amount of resources that it has, that's the question and where they're growing. But if you're wondering if it's smart or if it's just advanced programming, in essence, it's literally smart. It's literally a brain. So, that being the case, whenever you're creating your designs for your artwork, talk to it like you're talking to a person, and you'll get what you're looking for. And don't feel, this sounds bad to say, but don't feel bad for calling it stupid, because while it may think like a brain, it doesn't have emotions. It's like Data from Star Trek. All right, so that being the case, we're at, after 24 hours of uploading this video, this reaction video, the point of my little script on the side that I did earlier a second ago on the live stream was that this was, if you guys can see it, I think you can see it. This was the video that I intentionally knew was going to get clicks, and it hasn't disappointed. 23 hours, it's got 126 views, which may not sound like a lot. It doesn't sound like it's viral, but keep in mind, the video that we're reacting to is from 2018. So it's, what's that, 7-year-old video? And it's still got 126 views. If you look at the graph, let me see if I can pull up the graph real quick. If I go to YouTube Studio, which side is my picture on, by the way? Escape. Oh, it's because I'm zoomed in. That's why. Which side is my picture on? Okay, it's on that side. Okay. All right, so let's see if we can look at the graph. If I go to content, I believe I can just click on it. That's the edit analytics. That's where we're going. So 144 views now. So it's on the climb. 144 views. And the way the algorithm works when it comes to YouTube is the system. Oh, it's got 5 subscribers too. That's good. The way the system works is it's going to test it over between 100 and 1,000 people on the upfront. And depending on how those people respond, whether they click on your thumbnail and title, how much of the video they watch, if they leave likes and comments, then that's going to tell the algorithm whether or not it should push your video to a wider audience. And in this case, it has 144 views. Obviously, those people are watching it like most of the video because it's got 10.7 watch hours. And this video is, if I can zoom in, you'll see it. It's only 8-minute long video, but it's racked up 10.7 hours. And this is not to like toot my horn. My intention on this channel, Unfiltered, is never to toot my own horn. It's to show you guys what works and more often what doesn't work, what fails. But finally, we've got something that works and we have numbers to prove that something we did works. So let's basically go over and figure out why. The point is that it's a proven format. So reaction videos are a proven format. People like them. Every reaction video that's ever been done automatically gets 5,000 views. And if it's a big thing to be reacting to, like a Tom McDonald video, it's automatically going to get 10 to 20,000 views by default. and it's easy to produce. And so then at that point, it just becomes creating a good title and thumbnail. So title and thumbnail, as we all know, is what will just, make someone want to watch a video or not. And you can have a great idea, but if your title and thumbnail are garbage, then no one's going to watch it, unfortunately. Sorry. So we took the way I designed this title and thumbnail was, first of all, as you might recognize that background as that one. So we did that recording in the studio. All I had to do was literally take the background, which, by the way, that's half the reason why I built the background that way, with it being like multicolored horizontal lines, because it works as a good thumbnail background. So I just took the background and then found an emotional part of the song. That way but you have to have the character that you're reacting to has to be present on the thumbnail. Because if I just would have picked, Just Bush on there and said reacting to White Boy by Tom McDonald in words without having Tom McDonald on there, it would have done half as good. People have to visually recognize the thing that's cool, so to speak. In this case, Tom McDonald screaming. But I used the frame from the video with him, emotionally charged up, screaming. And then Canva, remove background, and just found a font that was a pretty, high energy font. And I did debate, as far as like the color of the word reaction, I debated on switching it to red because red is more like anger and emotional and that kind of thing. But ultimately at the end of the day, orange is the counter color to blue. So if you know color theory, it's good to have balance, feng shui, in your colors. So because the blue and the darkness, then you counteracted by white, and then orange, the counter color to blue, which is, red and yellow of the trifecta trinity. Red and yellow combined is orange versus blue on the other side. And you can do that with pretty much any color. In fact, I think there's some websites that you can go to that you can just type in. You could take a screenshot and then drop it. I think Canva does it, and it'll tell you what the colors are and the counter colors. But that's how we did that. Now, important to note is that the timestamp, the time length of this video is coincidental but beneficial. I did not intend it to be 8 minutes and 28 seconds when I was editing it. I think the original take on it was like a little over 10 minutes, cut about 2 minutes worth of stuff out of it. But you do want to try to stay over 8 minutes if you can, because the 8 to 10 minute video length is a kind of a sweet spot nowadays on YouTube. It gives you the most click through. Basically, people are willing to invest 8 minutes into a decent video that they're interested in. If you put up a 24-minute video, people might like your title and thumbnail and your idea, but when they see that 24 minutes in the bottom corner, they're like, "Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about 24 minutes. It's a lot of time. I got to go pick up my kids. Got to make some dinner. I ain't got time for 24 minutes." But 8 minutes, it's a small enough bite that most people can bite on that. And what is the other benefit to having over 8 minutes of a video? I'm going to zoom out because I want to see, first of all, I want to see if there's anybody on Twitch. Nope, screw those guys. Let me go back over here. I'll let y'all think about it for a second. Okay, cool. What is the benefit of having an 8-minute long video? You get mid-reel ads. So if and when this video gets published, or it's already published, but when it gets monetized, then it will have the opportunity for mid-reel ads. So 8 minutes. And something just popped up on my phone. So it has the opportunity to be monetized and have mid-reel ads. One other thing I will say about this video is that we are reacting to a basically a music video that's already been done. So when you're doing a reaction video, if this is something that you're interested in doing, let me say that again. If this is something that you're interested in doing, then you have to understand that when you're reacting to other people's content, it's highly likely, I say it like I'm drunk. It's highly likely that you will get a copyright strike, a content strike. It's almost guaranteed. So expect that. Now, what's going to happen if you get a copyright strike and you get a bunch of views, then, and your channel's monetized? What's going to happen? You're not going to get money on that video. So that being the case, don't make reaction videos. Just kidding. You can still get money. The way you do it is to, if you DM me on X, I will send you my little script that I have found. But DM me on X at small creator SDU, or if you're on the live right now and you want the little message or whatever for getting out of a copyright strike for a reaction video, put it on the chat, and I'll put it here. I'll put it in the chat for the live stream if you ask for it, and then later I'll delete it so other people can't see it. So if you're interested in having the little caption that I use for disputes that actually had the copyright come through this morning for this video, the reaction video, I got notified by YouTube that it had a copyright notice, not a copyright strike, but a copyright notice that would prevent me from monetizing it. And then I appealed it, and I have the message that I sent to him that basically made him come back and said, the owner of the copyright has dropped the case, and basically you're good to go to monetize. So if you're interested in that, send me a DM on small creator STU on X, or pop it in the comments and I'll let you know what it is. All right, let's see. And then let's go ahead and flow to what's up on the Twitch side. Hey, TRD. Sup, brah. Harlow, what's up? I'm going to talk to you guys for a second because I can show you what I'm looking at real quick. See, I was getting some, I'm multicasting right now between YouTube and Twitch. And I got, where we at? Yeah. I got 6 views, and I think I got 4 concurrent viewers on YouTube. But now we're down to 1, and I know who that is. And then you guys rolled in. I did have some question for you guys, for Twitch guys. First of all, let me say this. I'm going to focus, sorry for the Twitch screen. Let me go ahead and close this real quick so it doesn't look so trippy. Stand by for a second. Trying to figure out how not to look trippy for you guys. Let's just minimize this. There we go. I think that works. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I'll just talk to you guys for a second. Do I stream daily? Yes, for the most part. I try to. I missed yesterday because I was working on this video that's on my screen right now, the white boy reaction video. I was working on that with my buddy at about my approximate usual streaming time, which is between 9:30 and 10:30 is when I start it, and then it ends when it ends. So that's what I was doing yesterday, but I missed yesterday. I'm going to try to, for the most part, stream, something. Even if it's just a hangout. So let me pop that back up. Stand by for a second. Boom. Nope. 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 Bunch of random junk. We'll roll with that. Sorry for just a second. Let me just close out all this trash. No, I don't want to do that. I better quit closing stuff. Something's going to backfire on me. Let's just go to main. There we go. And then I'm watching you. I see Harlow. Which thing do you stream mostly? So basically, you're kind of looking at it. It's basically just like a one-on-one YouTube / Twitch, I guess education advice kind of thing. It's really my channel is more focused on as far as like the YouTube side. It's more focused on literally building a channel or multiple channels really at this point, live, and walking through all the processes of building a channel as it happens. So when I post a video on YouTube, then I make the video about posting it and my plans and all that kind of boring stuff. And then on the Twitch side, so basically what's happening this week is for the first time this past weekend, I actually learned how to use Twitch. Yeah, for the first time that happened. So I am working on, I just figured out how to do like a multi-stream, multicast thing. And now I'm part of the Twitch family, which is cool. Now, one thing, you have a nice, I have an echo? Thanks for letting me know. Let me see if I can find it. You are correct. I do. How about that? Did I clean it up? I appreciate you pointing that out because faux show, I sure did. Should be clean now. But I'm glad you guys popped in because I legit have a couple of questions about the Twitch side because I'm still learning it and you guys are masters. So first of all, let me know if the echo's gone. I think it is. Should be. I'm going to smoke, by the way. Sorry. I think I'm still live on YouTube. I don't think I dipped out on those guys. Let me see. Oh, no. It's still going. Sorry, YouTube fam. I don't usually smoke on YouTube, but I am today. Suckers. Twitch. I'll just go back to my screen for a second to keep it interesante. Interesting. There we go. I am going here. I think you guys can see my screen. Going here. There I am. I'm up. And now I have that cool echo thing going on. Awesome. I wonder how long I was echoing for. That sucks. What if I did this whole stream with an echo and then no one said anything? That's crazy. OBS. That's a little bit. Is it better? There it goes. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Go to Safari and then open up a new YouTube's switch account. Switch over to that one, Unfiltered. Switching. Just push this live. You know what? We're going to watch this live. OBS. Check. Check. Make sure that's off. Oh, I need to go to I'm on Mac screen. Yep. Hopefully there's no echo. Oh, that's why. Because that's why I got the echo. Because when I switched to main screen, I had both voice mod and pod track on. But when I was on Mac screen, it did not have the other microphone going on. So that explains it. Right now, I'm about to... He's so loud in my ear. I'm about to troll my partner. Me and this dude right here, let me mute him. He's blaring in my ear. Okay, he's off. Me and this guy right here is Just Bush Gaming. We created a new YouTube channel called Pure Unfiltered Chaos. So I didn't realize that he was streaming the exact same time I'm streaming. I'm going to hop back over real quick to drumroll. That's that one. That's that one. There we go. Cool, 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 cool. So just when we went full screen. True story. I did figure that out. I'll type back to you because you said something. And you deserve a type back. Not just a verbal comment, but you deserve a type back. So I'm going to type back to you. There you go. Now everyone knows that you helped me. Even in the future, people, when they read back to the chat, they'll know you helped me out. They'll come back to you. So thanks, bro. Better be right back. People forever remember you as the guy who helped me out. Even when this stream closes, they'll read the chat history and they'll remember it was you. That you are a legend. So this is one of the greatest things I love about live streams. And this is all new, old news for you guys. But this is one of the great things I love about live stream is the ability to just like straight talk to you guys. When we make YouTube videos, which the people in Twitch like already know this is like life normal for them. But in YouTube land, let me tell you about YouTube land. In YouTube land, we upload a video and then we get yes, you are a legend, bro. Bro's a legend. In YouTube land, we upload a video and then we just wait for comments to roll through over the next 5 years. Over the next 5 years. And then we respond to them if we didn't forget about the video. But on Twitch, we just straight talk to you, which is crazy. How do you like this echo screen? The screen is echoing itself visually. Let's get off of that. There we go. So this is, and let me make sure I still have you put up over here so I can still talk to you. I think I'm going to have to do like a split screen thing or something. Maybe something like that, maybe. Something. That's good as it gets. Anyways. What I'm doing is I've got this guy right here is Just Bush Gaming. And he multi-streams too, I think. I think he's on Twitch and on YouTube. Like, he's live right now. And basically, him and I are teaming up on a channel called Pure Unfiltered Chaos. I didn't realize he was streaming tonight until I already streamed. So now we're competing streams. So I'm going to see if I can like talk trash to him. I would turn this audio up, but I don't want it to be too loud. Let me see if I can turn this audio up real quick. Oh, I forgot I gotta unmute him because he was all up in my ear. Jesus Christ, that's loud. All right, cool. So I can, on the side, I can see your chat over here. But let's talk trash to this guy. I know there's probably an echo. I know there's an echo on my side, so I'll stop talking.
I turned on the nigga ass so bad just then. Oh my god. We didn't wipe them? No. They above us on that buy. I mean on that loadout. We gotta move, bro. Get from right here, bro. Y'all wanna fight that? Yeah, I can't fight that, bro. Alright. I know, I see that. Come on, D-Mark. He down, D-Mark. Both.
All right.
Relax, brother.
All right, so turn his audio off, and that way we'll have an echo. So I'll probably be back tomorrow evening, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll this one, close this one out. But we're keeping track of the video that we upload on the new channel and see how it does. But make sure you do the follow thing and subscribe thing, and we'll be back tomorrow evening, probably around 9:30, 10:30 Central Time. All right, we'll see you guys later. Peace.